Kitchen, morning. The clock ticks, 6:47 a.m. A modest kitchen, clean but tired. Wife stands at the counter, making toast. She moves mechanically. A child's lunchbox sits open but half-packed. Daughter, 7 years old, sits at the table, swinging her legs, watching a silent tablet screen. Her cereal soggy. She doesn't eat. Husband enters, fixing his tie. He barely looks up. Husband. Grabs coffee, mumbles.
Thanks.
Honey, it's cold. I made it earlier.
He shrugs, sips it anyway.
I was thinking maybe we could have dinner out Friday.
Friday's payroll. I can't. Late again.
Pause. She nods. He exits. The daughter watches her mother carefully, silently. Living room, later that day. Wife folds laundry. A music station plays softly in the background, but she's not really listening. She stares at an easel, covered with a sheet in the corner. She gets up, uncovers it. A half-finished painting of a treehouse, vivid, alive. Out of place in this quiet room. She touches the canvas gently. Garage, night. Dim light. Husband sits alone, surrounded by tools. He sips a drink, staring at nothing. A box of work files sits unopened next to him. His phone lights up. One new message, "Are you coming in?" He doesn't reply. Instead, he opens a cabinet and pulls out a small prescription bottle. He takes one pill, dry swallowing it. Bedroom, night. They lie in bed. Not touching. Facing opposite directions.
You barely said 10 words today.
I'm tired. Every day is just noise.
I miss how we used to talk.
Silence.
Do you even see me anymore?
I see bills. I see stress. I see a to-do list that never ends.
So no then.
A beat. He turns off the lamp. Darkness. Dining room, next day. Wife holds an envelope. Her hands shake slightly. She puts it on the table.
It's a part-time offer. Gallery downtown.
Without looking up.
That's not practical.
It's not about practical. It's about breathing.
What about our daughter?
She'll see me happy. Isn't that worth something?
Finally looks at her.
And what about me?
You stopped showing up.
Long silence.
Maybe I did too. But I'm showing up now. Even if it's just for myself.
She walks out. Living room, night. Husband finds a photo album. Dusty. He flips through it. Photos of laughter. A messy picnic. Paint on cheeks. A toddler smiling between them. He wipes his eyes. Quietly. Entryway, morning. A small suitcase. Wife zips it slowly. Daughter hugs her tight.
I'm not leaving forever. Just for now.
I should have listened.
She doesn't respond. Just looks at him one last time. Art gallery, months later. A quiet space. Soft lighting. A wall of wife's paintings, bold, intimate, full of life. Husband walks in, hands in pockets. Alone. He stops in front of the treehouse painting. Next to it, a small sign. Rebuilding is sometimes the real art.
Love didn't leave. We just stopped feeding it. And maybe one day we'll speak again. Not as strangers but as people who chose to grow, even when it hurt.
Husband exhales deeply. A faint smile. Small apartment, night. A modest one-bedroom apartment. Sparse, but clean. A new painting on the easel, bold reds, unfinished. Wife sits on the floor in paint-splattered jeans, sipping tea. Alone. She stares at her phone. Her thumb hovers over a message thread with husband. Message, daughter asks about you. She doesn't reply. Instead, she pulls a blanket over her shoulders and leans back. Family home, kitchen, night. Husband and daughter sit across from each other. 2 bowls of pasta. She pokes at it.
Mom used to make the twisty kind.
I couldn't find it at the store.
I think she's painting again.
I think so too.
He looks at his daughter. She looks just like her mother. Gallery prep room, day. Wife speaks with a gallery owner, holding a framed canvas.
You're not just coming back. You never left. You just forgot you were allowed to be here.
She smiles. Grateful. Nervous.
I forgot a lot of things.
School, day. Husband sits in a small chair at a parent-teacher meeting. Other parents around him. A teacher speaks warmly about daughter's creative writing.
She wrote a story about a bird who left her nest to find her voice.
Husband chokes up slightly. He nods, smiles. Doesn't speak. Small apartment, night. Wife is on a video call with daughter, who's in pajamas, under the covers. Husband is just off-screen in the background, cleaning up toys.
I'm bringing my bird story to school tomorrow. Daddy says he's going to try cooking the twisty pasta again.
Smiles. He always forgets the salt.
He said you used to make up stories when you cooked.
I still do sometimes. I just don't tell them out loud.
Pause.
You could. Again. I'd listen.
Tears fill wife's eyes. She nods, swallowing emotion.
I love you, sweetheart.
Family home, late night. Husband sits alone at the kitchen table, notebook open. Inside, drawings by his daughter. On the last page, a sketch of their family, drawn from memory. The wife is smiling, holding a paintbrush. He picks up his phone. Starts typing. Text, I miss your stories. I think she does too. He sends it. Waits. Nothing. He leans back and exhales, overwhelmed but trying. Art gallery, night, opening night. Wife walks through a modest crowd. People admire her work. There's a quiet pride on her face, but also nerves. She stands alone at the corner of the room, scanning the door. No one enters. She looks down at her phone. A message. We're proud of you. She asked to hang one of your paintings in her room. She smiles through misty eyes.
You okay?
Yeah, just a chapter closing.
All one beginning.
She nods, grateful. Family home, daughter's bedroom, night. Daughter is asleep. On her wall, a framed print of her mother's treehouse painting. Husband sits on the floor beside her bed, watching her breathe. Peaceful. He glances at the painting, then slowly turns off the light. Extension Park, day, sometime later. A weekend art fair. Children running. Boots full of paintings and prints. At one corner, wife runs a small table. She's mid-laugh, chatting with a passing couple. From across the fair, she sees husband and daughter approaching. Tentative. She freezes. Then, slowly, waves. Daughter waves back enthusiastically and runs to her.
You have your own table.
I do. Do you want to help me run it?
Daughter nods excitedly. Husband approaches slowly. They lock eyes, nothing spoken, but something softened.
You saved the treehouse.
Some things are worth rebuilding.
They stand in the shared silence, not romantic, not resolved. But real. Warm. Present. Empty gallery, night. Husband walks alone in the gallery after hours, invited to help take down the show. He stands in front of a painting, a small bird flying from a treehouse.
Love didn't leave. We forgot to speak. And when the silence came, it stayed too long. But silence isn't the end. Sometimes it's the start of listening.
Husband gently touches the edge of the canvas. Then steps back. He's recognizing what was lost, and perhaps what still matters. It's an internal shift. A turning point, but not yet action. Car at night. Husband sits in the driver's seat outside the gallery. His hands rest on the steering wheel, unmoving. He opens his phone. Scrolls to wife's name. Doesn't call. Just looks. Then he puts it down. Takes a breath. Starts the car. 2 weeks later. Community center, evening. A warm, sunlit room with folding chairs and tables. A children's art workshop in session. Kids are painting, laughing. Wife leads the class, more at ease, confident, surrounded by paper and color. Husband sits in the back corner, watching quietly. Not out of place, just present. Daughter runs over with a sloppy painting of a house in a tree.
I made our old tree house, but this time it has windows.
Wife kneels down, examining it with care.
And people inside. You didn't draw those before.
This time everyone stayed.
She grins and runs off. Husband walks over, hesitant.
She's happy.
She's growing.
Pause.
I've been talking to someone. A therapist. It's helping. Not fast. But honest.
She looks at him, surprised but moved.
That's brave.
I don't expect anything. I just wanted you to know I'm still trying.
So am I.
They smile, not a reunion, but recognition. A shared path forward, whatever that becomes. Community center, storage room, later that evening. The kids have gone home. Paint-streaked tables, paper scraps, and water cups remain. Wife stands by a shelf, organizing supplies. Husband enters quietly, holding her forgotten bag.
You forgot this.
She takes it gently. A long silence hangs between them, not uncomfortable, just full of everything unsaid.
Thanks.
Honey, I didn't know how far I drifted until I saw you again, like this. Alive. Complete. I'm sorry.
Tearful. My love. I let myself disappear. I blamed you for not noticing. I'm so sorry.
They stand still, looking at each other. He reaches out. She doesn't hesitate this time. Their hands meet. They lock eyes, raw, quiet, understanding. Then a tight, real hug. Nothing romanticized. Just two people who broke, and bent, and still choose to meet in the middle. Neither pulls away first.
We're not who we were.
Maybe that's okay.
They don't let go. Treehouse rebuild, sunset. An old, half-broken treehouse in the backyard, the original from the painting. The family rebuilding the treehouse together, now enriched by this emotional reconciliation. Wife, husband, and daughter stand around it with brushes, nails, and wood planks. Tools on the ground. A fresh coat of primer on the tree trunk. They're laughing, working, talking. It's not about what was. It's about what they choose to build now. Some things break. Some grow. The brave try again.